Yeah, you. Come here. Can I interest you in some revives? Hey! So today we're going to talk about everyone's favorite controversial subject in Marvel Contest of Champions, revive farming. That's right. I'm going to show you where to farm some revives and what the best strategy is for getting and maintaining a healthy stash of revives. So I just did one of the most recent Karina's challenges and I used way more revives than I should have, frankly, but I already have some here back in the stash. And how, you might ask? Well, there are a couple of different reliable sources for getting revives. First of all, let's talk about the main ways that you're intended to get revives in the game. One of the absolute best ways is just by playing the game. We now have this daily super event, and as you can see right there, you have a level 2 revive that is there every day if you just play the game a bit. All the rest of the stuff that goes with this is even better. The Sig Stones, the, seven-star shards, all that other stuff. Plus, we also get these free Valiant crystals. These were what used to be the 4-hour crystals that you would log in for. We get 4 of them still. If you were really on top of things and had some kind of weird sleep schedule or something, you might have gotten 1 or 2 more at max in the old system, but this is way better. Anybody who says that this isn't better, I don't care what you get out of here. This is much better. You just play the game. You don't have to be logging in on a schedule every 4 hours. This is much better. Those 4-hour crystals can provide you with a certain amount of revives and potions and energy refills, and those energy refills come in handy for when you get to the actual farming of the revives. The other main area where Kabam wants us to get our revives from is, of course, the Apothecary. I don't think that lower level is worth doing even in the slightest, but the other one I try to do pretty much every day with some energy, because I have enough energy every month to be able to do all of the lower levels of the monthly event quest that have units in them still, basically auto fighting through them because my account is big enough. Depending on how big your account is, you might not be able to auto fight through every level. Don't do Cavalier. Cavalier doesn't have any units in it. Doesn't really have anything that's super worthwhile. And then I still can do Thronebreaker and do the Paragauntlet to get whatever those rewards are. I know a lot of people have given up on doing that recently, but then they did just add in Refined Experience and I said it weird, XP. I couldn't decide which word I was gonna say. Anyways, they added in Refined XP there, so I think a lot of people will start doing that again, so they can advance now that we have a new level cap and we can go up to level 70 because that's cool too. But so the main way to get them is to come in here to the Apothecary. I've heard many people on stream when I've been doing this say go the top route, because if you look, the revive will always be, if it is here for an extra one, it will be here where this potion is. And people always are like, go do the top one. If it's not there, you'll reset the map and then it'll be there if it's on the bottom. But no, do not do it that way. Do the bottom path first, because when you do the bottom path first, it will also respawn the map and then it might spawn a revive. Now, yes, you would have to redo the bottom lane again, but I've had it spawn them back to back on the bottom lane. And if you just do the top one, you're not giving yourself that extra chance. Whereas if you do the bottom one first, you're giving yourself an extra chance. Make sure that you go through this, and then once you're done with both lanes, you get the revive. Make sure you log back in to check and see if there is one there, like I'm doing now. So we go back in there and it didn't spawn a revive, but no harm, no foul. If it had spawned a revive, we just would have completed it again and given ourselves another opportunity for another one to respawn. But since it didn't, we will just do the top lane, and we didn't get a bonus one for today. It's only like a very small, I think they said 1 out of 20 times you'll actually get that, but I've had it go back to back to back, honestly. So it really just depends, because it is RNG. So, sometimes you're going to get it, sometimes you're not. Overall, though, it is definitely worth doing this if you have difficult content to complete. So there we are. We got our revive, and then we just hit replay just to double check and make sure, see if there is one there. There is not, so no need to waste any more energy on this quest. Like I said, the lower level of the Apothecary, I do not feel like it's worth doing. You can randomly occasionally get one there too, but not worth it. So those are the first 2 free ways to get revives in the game. The good news is too that by playing that Apothecary and just using 7-star or whatever your highest level of champions are to auto farm it, you don't have to pay attention to it really. You can then get you know, points for the super daily event, and that gets that other revive. So it's like a double up. That's fantastic. The other way to do that, to actually farm the revives, is to go to the back issues here and go to this quest, the Arachnid Action one, number 3, and then either the Venom one or the Miles one. So I've had better luck doing the Venom one, but it really just depends. It is gated, so you need to have the different class type of champions to get through the different gates. It'll never spawn up here, I think, on the Cosmic one. There aren't any on this one, so I would just go up and get this health potion right here, and or that one over there, because it's easier. You only have to click one time for either the outside lanes, right? So go get that one and reset the map, and then maybe it'll spawn on the next one. I don't know what percentage this is. Back before they nerfed the other kind of revive farming that we were doing, I did it like 100 times to try and get some data, and then they nerfed it like right before I could even get the video out. So I'm not doing that again. However, as of right now, I do actually have 23 revives in the overflow. And like I said, every month I have enough energy to go ahead and do all those lower levels of event quests, just, you know, on auto fight, and do everything I want to with using energy. So it becomes a point of like, what is the point of having this energy? I don't want them just to expire, so I'd rather do it auto fighting to get a few revives. Now, some people will say that, you know, I shouldn't be talking about that because, oh, if I make this video, Kabam's gonna nerf it again, blah, blah, blah. They have the information already, okay? So if you think that by me making this video, when there's videos that already exist on this subject, is going to make Kabam nerf it when they have all the information already, you're just wrong. There's nothing else about it. You're wrong. I don't want to hear it. Get out of here with that. Go ahead and take advantage of this while you can. Now, they may choose to nerf this in the future. Who knows? The difference with this one and the one that we used to do, which was Act Content, Act 3.2.6 or 3.2.4, whichever one it was, that one really didn't cost much energy, and it was almost guaranteed to drop a revive. Like, you could get so many of them, where last time when we first had the Necropolis around, I had like 100 plus. I had like 125 in the overflow, which is just absolutely ridiculous. I understand why Kabam nerfed it. They said specifically, hey, you know, this isn't good for the game. This is messing up the game economy. You shouldn't be able to get through all of this difficult content completely for free. This, you know, you can still hold like a lot of revives, but this one is not guaranteed. It's not as, they don't come as easily. They don't come as automatically, and it takes just a ton more energy. So I don't really think we're going to see Kabam nerfing this anytime soon. Maybe they will if it becomes an issue, but I guarantee you the devs know all of this stuff. This is not new information to them. I'm not giving away a secret. There's videos you can search for on YouTube right now, which already have thousands of views. So the other quest we can do is the Miles one here. And the reason I actually like the Venom one too is just, well, A, I randomly seem to have had better luck spawning revives on that one. But B, this one, it feels like you're picking a lot more different paths, different variations of things, which, you know, you sometimes have to go on to click things more than one time on the other one too, but usually they're on the 2 outside lanes. This one, it seems like they're often on the inside lanes. You just have to click a few more times. But it really just depends on, you know, whichever one you have the better luck with. Seeing as I do have 20 plus revives in the overflow, what I'll go ahead and do is I will do each of them 10 times, and I'll let you know which one I got more revives off of. It's going to be a very small sample size, so take it for what it will, but I'll do that, and then I'll come back. Hi, Future Abdo here. Okay, so I wanted to do 10 runs each of the Miles chapter and of the Venom chapter of the back issues, just to see which one gave more revives. It's a very small sample size. It is not scientific. Just take that for what it's worth. But at the time of this, I haven't actually edited that down. I just recorded it all, so that way I didn't have to keep track as I was going, and I could just, like, you know, you want to show your work, right, for the class. And so I will cut that in. But I got exactly this many from the Miles one. And then I got exactly this many from the Venom one. Over 10 runs. So, yeah. Okay. But then, on top of that, I'm about to do a new Karina's challenge, another one, and I really needed some of these potions from just farming Realm of Legends for potions, like auto farming. And I was like, all right, let's get done with the Venom one. I couldn't remember if I had done 9 or 10, so I was like, I'll just do a couple more, just make sure, and then in editing I can go back and check and see exactly how many it is, right? But I'll just go until there aren't any revives respawning, and then I'll go farm some potions. Well, as you can see, I don't really have that many potions because they just kept respawning. I swear it was like 10 or 12 runs in a row. I went from having like 19 energy in the overflow down to like 10 energy in there, like none in the overflow anymore, just because they just kept respawning. So if this video does end up getting this revive nerf farmed, I apologize. It wouldn't be me, I swear. But if it does, J Mad Dog, my bad. Okay, sorry. So that covers the free ways of getting revives. And like I said, it's just, you know, about energy management. When I wake up in the morning, pretty much the first thing I do is like, I'll make some coffee. I'll just load up the game and I will save the very easiest levels of event quest and only do like Thronebreaker event quest when I have time to actually pay attention. I'll just save the easiest ones. I'll just auto fight it and just burn that energy in the morning. Takes a few seconds just to burn that and go through, request help, move on with your day. I got, you know, time to do that while I'm brushing my teeth or having coffee, whatever it is. It's all about energy management. So not really a problem for me. The other thing is that depending on what level of alliance you're in, you're going to get things like for summoner advancement here. My alliance doesn't always score 35th in summoner advancement. Sometimes we're like 200 and something, right? But these weekly events have energy in them. So there's 2 more energy refills right there. The summoner like incursions things. So let's see, where are those? The alliance event, summoner engagement, alliance war, and alliance quest, or whatever one it switches to, because it switches between this one and like the incursions and battlegrounds one. But the rewards for these, they have in them the energy, full energy refills too. You'll see it there cycling through up at the top there. It'll show the energy. Same thing with summoner advancement, how it cycles through that. So that's a good way of getting energy. It depends on, like I said, where your alliance places. So if you're not in the highest alliance, you might not be getting those every time. But if you're in a high enough alliance, then you're going to be getting some pretty much all the time, at least a couple free ones for every week. So yeah, those are the free sources of getting revives pretty much. Now then there's 2 other ways to get revives. One is that sometimes in the store, they will have potion or revive bundles that you can buy. They don't have any to show at the moment, but they do sometimes have them in here. Sometimes if you're in the position to do that, then you want to snatch those up. The other place that you can get revives for a good amount of them and also get potions and also get the energy refills, which you can use to farm more revives, is going to be from the event quest. They always have the offers right when you first complete it. I will sometimes save one of those, whatever the highest level Thronebreaker or something is, although the offers are fairly similar depending on where your level is. I will sometimes save those if I know that there's some content coming up, like right at the moment as I'm filming this, we have the Karina's challenges going on. I know I'm going to use a bunch of revives for that. So I'll save that. And then when I really need to, I might pick it up for 1,000 units or whatever. There's different prices based on it. Then I think there's really just one other way to get revives, but you can only do it one time. I think it's a little bit slept on for people, but I've been saving this specifically for this and for a time like this when I actually needed revives, and that is the Crucible here, doing the lower difficulty, which is still fairly difficult, but your quest rewards are 12 revives right here. The nice thing about this as compared to the other Crucible is you can go down each path individually and restart. Now you got to be able to solo all of those fights in order to get these and make it worth it. Obviously, if you had to revive, you'd be just wasting your time, but you can just back out. You can have a guide set up. You can know which champions are the absolute best, and you can go in there and you're not really burning much energy. So save this for when you really, really need it and you're really ready to do some of the more difficult content in the game. You'll have 12 revives that are just sitting right there ready for you to use. Personally, I'm probably gonna do a stream where I just bang out those fights and maybe have a guide with which champions I think are best for that kind of stuff. And yeah, get that done sometime soon, and then I will use those in the Karina's challenges or for the sometimes seasonal content, the Autumn of Agony in December here. I don't know. Anyways, But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Those are all the different ways. Let me know if you guys know of some other spot where you think is better, or some other way of getting revives. We don't want any kind of illegal cheats, exploits, that kind of stuff. But as for right now, this is allowed in the game, and why not take advantage of it? I don't want my energy just to go to waste when I've got nothing else to do with it. And frankly, I mean, you know, I think it would be really silly for Kabam to take that away from us another time. I don't think that's going to happen, just because the back issues one does cost a lot more energy, and it really isn't as efficient. You can't get as many of them as you could back the other revive farming before they nerfed it. So I don't think it's going to go away, but if it is, take advantage of it while you can. You know, it's more just, like I said, a matter of, I don't have anything else to do with my energy for the rest of the month, so I got to do something with it. Might as well use it on that. There are times when like the act content comes out, or something that requires more energy, or restarting things that use some energy, those big fights, the pain type of fights. But for the most part, I got lots of energy just coming out my ears all the time. So yeah, I don't know. That'll do it for this video, guys. That is the revive farming guide for 2025. If this changes in the future, if it gets nerfed and it's because of my video, and Kabam says specifically it's because of Abdo's video, well, you know what? I'll apologize. Like I said, I just don't think it's going to happen. So if you found this to be useful, then go ahead and drop a like. Please do subscribe and leave a comment. All that stuff helps me out. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Cheers.